Hello, my name is Sean, and this is the Sober Companion, and I'm going to be reading three different poems, two poems I found that read really well, and I'll read one of my own poems. Okay, so the first one I found is by a man named Nij Banananda Das. It's from Indian descent. And I found a poem that he wrote called Ghostly. I'm going to go ahead and read right now. Once in a starry night, sprawling on the cloud's edge, it occurred, I am a soul or merely a ghostly spirit. Under the moonlight of the desolate sea I discern white bones of the wind drift like silvery sands. On a second look over the meadows I spot a ghost standing out there. This world as if its cave too mucked around. Then I, raising face from a star to the farther star, become quiet, realizing my soul's puny wisdom. In grief over the inseparable ghostliness of the moon and the wood, like foxes who, chasing rabbits on a moonlit autumnal night, suddenly chill to the bone, caught in humanly remorse. Okay, and the second poem is actually a song. But when it comes, for my personal opinion, songs, raps, and poetry, it's all just pretty much the same thing, just written a bit differently. Like a sonnet is not a poem, and poems don't have to rhyme, even though most people believe that they're in the form of 4 bars, and they all have to rhyme. I found a poem, or actually a song called Lysergia by this band I really like called Velvet Acid Christ. So I'll go ahead and read the lyrics. Acid dreams and nicotine, violent screams from a menzine, seems to keep on propelling me. Head first into a nightmare scene, though too many seamless nights, when time to sleep is time for light, putting the nervous system on hold, reaching sleep deprivation untold, keep an endless supply to the brain, getting even harder to maintain. To keep grasp and even kneel, before my adrenaline gods I kneel. Social skills are shot to shit when paranoia starts to hit. Reverse this feeling so screwed up into delirium forced heads up. Stretching faces, melting clocks, stomach knots, the spine it locks. Strangled by its fraying wire, twisted sideways, drifting higher, round and round again, and to this night there is no end. Lysergia. Acid dreams and nicotine, violent screams from a menzine seems to keep on propelling me. Head first into a nightmare scene, reverse this feeling so screwed up into delirium forced heads up. Stretching faces, melting clocks, stomachs knots, the spine is locked. Strangled by this fraying wire, twisted sideways, drifting higher, round and round again, and to this night there is no end. Lysergia. Okay. That was alright. So for the last poem, I'm going to read mine. I wrote this back March 26, 2014, so about, May, June, July, August. So about, I wrote it 6 months ago actually when I was working at the Red Cross call center. So this is going to be the last poem. Written March 26th, it's called The Chick at Rattlesnake Coffee. I hear my coworkers talk about chasing women on break, the attitude and behavior of most men. I am a womanizer who is no longer one. Porn gets in the way, but Jesus conquered that with a fatal stab. The funeral was in my brain. I walked into the Rattlesnake one afternoon. I'm thinking I was there to meet with my Stephen minister. The chick, or Bartista, had been hired that week, and it was the first time that I saw her. She said to me, "Hi, welcome to Rattlesnake Espresso. What can I get for you?" I fumbled my words. It took a second, but felt like forever, to tell her to make my white heart attack mocha. What is this? I graduated from high school 7 years ago, and I am getting choked up because of this girl, her striking facial features, choker necklace, her floating charm. I knew that those billiard internet days of coveting golden-haired girls had been put to death. I simply gave my order and was on my way. The last time I saw her, it was quick but sad. I could breathe properly that day. Her douche-army boyfriend drove to the drive-thru window. I watched him violently yell at her, and I only remember what she said. "Would you still like to have your coffee?" He continued to yell about whatever it was and sped off. It hurt deeply because I realized at that moment I do that to Alicia every week. Ordered my coffee as if nothing happened, but inside I was so upset I wanted to walk out. To this day, I still treat Alicia like crap. And that poem was written a while ago. I broke up with Alicia, so that was just relevant for that moment.